this right now, but for whoever needs to hear this right now, toxic is not cute, okay? I'm sick and tired of seeing memes on social media. My toxic trait is this. I'm so toxic that. No, people, no. This is not something that should be normalized or glorified, for that matter. Being in a toxic relationship is draining, it's very time consuming, and most of all, it's just aggravating, okay? Whether, it's a toxic person that you're dealing with, or whether it's just the relationship itself is toxic, either way, it's not cute to glorify toxic. Toxic, when you think about it, toxic waste is poisonous, right? So would you sit there and promote drinking toxic waste? I think not. So it's pretty much the same thing when it comes to a relationship and dealing with someone that is toxic, or being in a toxic relationship with somebody. Why would you want to promote that? Why would you want to come out and say, like, me and my nigga is so toxic that, we do this or we do that, or me and my girl is so toxic. I wish the hell I would have been sitting here when I was in a toxic relationship talking about, yeah, me and my boyfriend is so toxic that we fight each other when we wake up in the morning. Like, what? I had to learn myself, a lot of these things. Dealing with someone, I would never go as far as to say my ex was toxic. That relationship was just toxic, though. And there was some toxic behaviors on both ends that I really needed to learn, as I got older and as I matured, that I needed to learn this was not healthy. It's not healthy to talk to your significant other any kind of way you feel like it. It's just not okay. And the misconception is that just because that person is your significant other, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, that it's okay to talk to them any way you feel like. That's not okay either. Being in a relationship definitely comes with sometimes a certain sense of entitlement. Same thing as dealing with somebody. If you're dealing with someone for a long period of time, or just dealing with that person very heavily, it sometimes comes with a sense of entitlement, which means that you think it's okay to do whatever you want to do. And don't get me wrong, that comes in a relationship, but some people are just born with that shit. Some people are just born with the sense of entitlement, and those are the boundary oversteppers and the line crossers. People that have a sense of entitlement often cross lines and overstep boundaries. I'll give you a perfect example. That means I think I can talk to my boyfriend any kind of way. That means I think I can put my hands on my boyfriend just because he's my boyfriend. No. Think about it. As a human being, in general, do you want anybody to talk to you any old kind of way and curse you out because that's how they feel like speaking to you? Do you want anybody to put their hands on you because they feel like doing that? I think not. It's so sad that some people are so used to being in toxic relationships or dealing with toxic people that they don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. I feel like instead of normalizing toxic traits and, I'm so toxic that X, Y, and Z, what should be normalized is me and my boyfriend know how to communicate with each other. I respect his boundaries, so therefore I don't do certain things. And I respect his space when he gets upset, so that this way, I'm not like too on top of him and I'm giving him room to breathe. But nowadays, what we have is I'm blowing up his phone if I feel like he's ignoring my calls and texts. I'm popping up at his house or job if I feel like he's ignoring my calls or texts. I'm popping him in his head when he gets me upset. I'm throwing water on his clothes when he's trying to leave the house. Yeah, no. Ladies and gentlemen, raising future husbands and wives, ask yourself this question too. Do you want someone to treat your child like that? You guys have to be very mindful about the way you treat your partners, because your future child could be in a situation where they're doing the same things to their partner that you do to yours. If you're participating in a toxic relationship, or if you are a toxic person, think about it. Be very mindful of it. Fathers who are active in their daughters' lives, you're not going to want to ever get no phone call saying that your daughter's boyfriend is putting his hands on your daughter. You're going to want to kill him. He's a cheater. He's putting his hands on me. I don't like how he speaks to me. I just, in general, I'm not happy, but I stay with him because I love him, or, because he's telling me that nobody else is going to want me, or no. You're going to want to kill him. So think about that. Why would you treat your significant other like that if you don't want that to come back on your daughter? Mothers raising sons. Would you want to hear, yo, ma, she poured bleach on my clothes, or she drenched my clothes in water as I was trying to leave the house. She popped me in my face because she didn't like what I was saying to her, or she didn't like me telling her the truth. She didn't respect it. No, you wouldn't want to hear that. You're going to be ready to fight the girl who he's dealing with and he's talking about. Think about how you're treating your man in front of that little boy. Think about how you're treating your woman in front of that little girl. Healthy relationships should definitely be a conversation that's being had nowadays. A healthy connection with somebody should definitely be normalized. It should not be about drama. It should not be about, thinking or feeling entitled to do and say whatever you want to do and say. Moral of the story, people, we need to start promoting healthy relationships. And social media definitely plays a role in everything. That's part of this day and age. But if you're going to be on social media talking about anything, talk about how good your man is. Talk about how good your girl is. Don't go on social media and put subliminal messages up or sneak disses up. That's just like toxic. And on top of being toxic, it's pointless. Did it make you feel better to let everybody in your friends list know that your man ain't shit, but you the one that was dealing with him? It makes you look dumb. Healthy relationships, all 2021 and going forward. If you guys love this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you're not following me on IG, you can hit me up at love_N_less_and. And until the next edition, where we're going to do another article about healthy relationships. Bye, guys. I look like I don't want it to.